Why can't he be with her? Oh, I didn't see you there. You saw nothing. I definitely wasn't crying there. Wait, you want to know why I'm so depressed? Alright, I'll tell you about it. It's about this manga called Emanon. Spoilers ahead, obviously. So why am I making this video? Well, I think this one shot, this manga right here, is really special. I was looking through the seinen manga on my anime list just because I was curious of which masterpieces were actually seinen. Yeah, that's right. I read adult manga. No, not that adult manga. And so I stumbled across this one shot called Emanon. Emanon is an enigmatic work of art that only has one volume. It has a sequel though, but this one volume is all it needs to instill a sense of wonder or dread, perhaps depending on how you view the manga's main point. Well, what is the main point of the manga? Emanon ponders the question, what would you do and how would you feel if you lived forever through different people but kept the memories of everyone from the beginning of the universe to the end? We'll go through this concept later on. It explores this concept in just one volume through a seemingly mundane experience of a couple chatting on a ferry, one of them being Emanon and the other being the narrator. On a certain night of 1967, the two of these characters meet on a ferry when the main character, the narrator of the story, returns home from a trip abroad. This was one of the cruises where you stay in a cabin and sleep next to other people on board. Yeah, that doesn't sound nice. Our main MC, through a faithful encounter, finds himself sleeping next to a woman when she asks if there's space next to him. They have a small chit chat about smoking and get comfy with each other. Eventually, the guy finds out about her name. She exclaims that she doesn't have one, but thinks of her name, Emanon. As if it were a fever dream, their eyes lock on to each other's throughout their conversations. They eventually arrive at the topic about sci-fi. The guy is fond of sci-fi, and Emanon takes interest in it as well. And this is when they start hitting the existential question that slaps me in the face. What would you do if you were reborn as your own kid, but keep your memories and outlive everyone you know and love? Well, it's a difficult question to answer, but our guy here gives one anyway, believing in Emanon's story and her powers. And he says it's to experience everything and carry on the memories of humanity itself. All of the love, loss, anger, sadness, laughter, and etc. is to be carried on with Emanon throughout the journey of the universe. This satisfies Emanon, and they go on to talk about more normal topics. They get a little bit tipsy and she's carried to the deck of the ferry, where they talk a little more and we get to a certain panel. And guys, get ready for this. The next page shown is a gorgeous landscape shot of the stars. As they take a gander at the universe when it dances in the night. One of the most beautiful panels I've seen in manga that provokes a sense of wonder, but also emptiness in the vast sea of stars. Considering what was spoken about with the characters beforehand, this scene carries so much weight to it, and under the stargazing, they embrace and kiss. So the night ends with them sleeping next to each other. But as day arises, Emanon is nowhere to be seen, with a note left to him, signed Emanon. Deep down, he knew her story was true, and she couldn't be with him. Looking everywhere for her, he gives up. 13 years later, he has gotten married and settled down on a job. On his way home, he spots a woman that seems so familiar to Emanon, and with her was a child. The man asks her if she remembers him, but she has no idea who he is. He shows the note she left 13 years ago, but nothing sticks. However, the daughter sees this and thanks him for remembering her, and just like that, he knew it was her. Alright, pause a bit. Wow, my man really got NTR'd, huh? Jeez. Soldiers, we have gathered today here to mourn the loss of our brethren. He was yet another victim of cuckoldry. May he rest in peace. Okay, but jokes aside, just like how he remembered her, she will continue to carry on the memories of their time together on the ferry and all the memories of humanity. And I guess that was her purpose and meaning in life that the man gave her all those years back. It's a sad yet thought-provoking tale. As her lover gets older, she remains the same beauty known as Emanon. She can't ever truly be with anyone because of her powers. She has to walk this path alone. And you know what's even sadder? Her name, Emanon, flip that around and you get no name. Because she was born in the beginning of the universe, she never truly had a name, and knowing she will be reborn, no name will ever stick to her, so she uses this as a substitute. And finally, the author has an excerpt at the end of the volume detailing how he came up with the story, and it's pretty interesting. Maybe I might cover it in a future video, but I'm a bit too lazy. There's a sequel to this manga as well called Sasurai Emanon that continues her story. Emanon in this sequel goes through many more cycles of rebirth and encounters more peculiar characters all the way to the 2000s. And you guys should check it out. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna crawl up in my bed and cry again.